This session will be recorded for safety purposes and to share with our athletes on our websites. The instructors are here to lead you, but please use your own discretion as to the intensity of which you participate. If you have a pre-existing injury, please use caution when participating in the session. Have a good session, everyone.
Okay, so back at it. We're going to do a full body flexibility mobility session here. Everything is just body weight, just going through different ranges of motion. We'll make sure we go lower body all the way to upper body. We're going to just start standing up. Okay, so before we start, some of the stuff will be repetitions, which I will say when we're doing that. A lot of it's going to be just longer holds. To start, we're going to do some repetitions. We're going to stand up nice and tall, and we're just going to let our body sink down towards the ground with our hands, and we're going to slowly come back up all the way up. We're going to do this 5 times. Try to get a little bit deeper each time. So just reaching down, don't force it. When you feel that stretch, you're going to come back up, and then again go lower each time. Okay, and then after 5, we are now going to hold it. So we're going to stay down, and we're just going to let our body sink down and hold that position. If it starts feeling too hard, just come up a little bit, but we'll still stay down. You should feel this right through the back of your legs, through your lower back to upper back, depending on how tight it is. We're going to hold this just a little bit longer. Okay, now we're going to slowly come back up. So now just nice and tall. We're going to now spread our legs out. We're going to point those toes out a little bit. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do 5 controls, and then after the 5th one, we will hold it. So reach down. Come back up, all the way up, and try to go a little bit deeper on the next one. Okay, after 5, now we're going to hold it again. So lower down and just hold the spot where you feel a nice stretch. And now slowly come back up. Okay. We're going to bring our feet together again. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lower our hands on the outside of one leg. We will come back up, and then we will go down the other side. And we will do that 5 times on each side. Okay, now we're going to go back down, straight down the front, and we're just going to rotate side to side in that down position. So just let your hands hover on top of your feet, side to side. I will let you know when to come back up. Okay, slowly come back up. And then same thing with the feet wider now. So first, it's that side. Lower down one leg, we'll come back up, and then the other leg. You should feel the same places, but a little bit different now with the wider stance. Okay, we will lower back down forward again, and then just let your hands shift side to side again. Okay, stand back up. Now we are going to go on the ground. If you have a mat, you can use that, or just right on the ground is fine too. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna straighten our legs out. Here, let me just fix this. So we're going to straighten our legs out to start. And then we're going to cross one leg on top of the other leg. We're just going to gently pull that knee towards us. And we should feel a nice stretch right to the outside of the leg. And you're just going to hold it where you feel a nice stretch. Play around with where that foot goes. As soon as you feel a stretch, just hold that spot. Make sure we're breathing controlled here, right? Nice breaths in, nice breaths out. Almost done. We're going to hold this for 5 more seconds. Okay, we'll straighten that leg out. Let your legs be nice and loose. We'll now cross over the other leg. So same thing, but with the other leg. And we're going to hold that wherever you feel the stretch. We're gonna hold it for 5 more seconds. Good, and now we're gonna let those legs go straight again. Let them just be loose, shake them if you need to. We're now going to bring our legs in. So just until you have the bottom of your feet touching each other. Legs should be out, so knees pointed to the side, feet touching each other, and you're just gonna hold this position. Deep breaths in, remember, nice controlled breathing here. Okay, now we're going to the same position, but try to lean forward a bit. Should go into a bit of a deeper stretch now. Now, if able to, try to bring your feet a little bit closer and still lean forward. And then now we'll loosen that position. Legs straight again. What we're gonna do, legs nice and straight on the ground. We don't want to lift them up at all. Keep them flat, as straight as possible. And now you're gonna pull your toes towards you and point your toes away from you. So you can rest your hands on top, you can put your hands on your side, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But as you bring those toes towards you, you should feel a stretch right underneath your legs. And then when you loosen your toes, you should feel that stretch go away. So toes towards you, and then loosen them. Now we're going to bring our hands down in front. As we lean forward a bit, it'll be a deeper stretch. You can put your hands on the inside of your legs if you want. Okay, now we're going to bring one leg in. So leave one leg straight, one leg bent so that our foot is up against our leg that is straight. And we are just going to lean forward. Lean forward, you can hold on to the foot that's bent if you want, or the leg itself, and just hold that position. Okay, we are going to straighten that leg now and bend the opposite leg. So same thing, but on the other side now. Okay, slowly release that. We are now going to lay on our back. So feet bent, or legs bent, I mean, feet flat on the ground, knees up. We are going to take our hands and just rest them on our side so that our palms are facing up. We're gonna rest right here, looking up towards the ceiling. Now what we're going to do is we're gonna slowly rotate our knees to one side. And then slowly bring them back up and down to the other side. And we will keep that going, nice controlled pace. Bringing those knees down to one side and then bringing them down to the other side. Okay, now we're gonna let them stay on one side and we're gonna hold that. So let it stay down, leaving your arms to the side. If you don't feel it too much, you can bring your top leg a little higher up and we're just gonna hold that position. We're gonna hold it for 5 seconds. And then now we will come out of that position. We will do the same thing on the other side now. So slowly lower down. And then find that spot where you feel a nice stretch and just hold it. Five more seconds. And now bring those knees back up. Okay, we're gonna stay in this position. Our hands on our side now. Knees up, feet down. We are going to raise our hands up. Slowly bring them behind us. As far as you can without forcing it. And bring them back. We're gonna do that 5 times. Try to get a little bit further each time. But again, don't force it. Now we're gonna hold that position. So keeping those hands behind you. Remember, deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And now we'll slowly bring those hands back. Now we're gonna put our hands on our side. And we're gonna slowly bring them up towards our head until we feel restriction where it feels like the stretch there. Bring it back down. Palms up, almost like you're making snow angels on the ground. Okay, we'll stop there. We are about halfway. We are going to take a short break. We're just gonna relax on the ground, take 10 deep breaths in and 10 deep breaths out, and then we will continue. You. Who's the cat?
Stop. Stop encouraging him.
Okay, when you're done those breaths, we're now gonna flip over and go onto our knees. So, first thing we're going to do, we're gonna have our hands on the ground, knees on the ground, and we're just going to lower back and bring ourselves back up. And we're gonna do that 5 times. Okay, same thing, but slide your hands further forward now. So bring the hands further forward. And now same thing, sinking back. 5 times. And then we're gonna hold it. So we're gonna go into a hold now. Let your body sink down and just relax in this spot. Remember to control that breathing, deep breaths the whole time. And we're gonna slowly come out of that now. So we're gonna keep our hands in front of us. We're gonna stay on our knees. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put one hand underneath our body and we're gonna slide that hand on the ground, underneath and back. Okay, we will switch sides. Same thing, but other hand now. Okay, good. Now we'll come up. Now we're gonna go into our lunge position. So one leg back, one leg forward. We're just gonna stay nice and tall, looking forward, and we're just gonna push our hip forward and back. 10 times. As you push forward, you should feel a stretch right through the front of that leg. Just gonna go forward and back here. And now we're gonna hold the forward position. So where you feel that stretch, wherever you feel the stretch, just hold that spot. The more upright we get with our upper body, the deeper the stretch. So if you lean forward, you're gonna not feel it as much. So stay nice and tall. Right through the front of that leg here. Okay, we're gonna switch legs now. We're gonna start with the back and forth. So go into the stretch and then ease off of it. Okay, we're gonna hold it now. So push those hips forward, stay nice and tall, hold that spot, but controlled breaths the whole time. So in and out with that breathing. Almost done. A little bit longer for this hold. And now we will release that. We are going to go one leg forward again, but this time, try to straighten your leg out. And we are just going to feel a nice stretch on the backside of our leg. If you have to hold on to something, you can do that. But just gonna feel a stretch through the back of your leg. Now, if you lean forward, you do feel more of a stretch. So the higher up you are with the upper body, less stretch. So again, if you need to hold on to something, just go beside a chair or something and balance yourself there. Or just holding it. We're gonna release that and we're gonna switch sides. So lunge position, then straighten the leg. Okay, we'll come out of that position. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go both knees on the ground. And you're just going to spread your knees out as far as you can comfortably. Don't force it. And wherever you feel that stretch, just hold that spot. Okay, now in that same position, just slowly rock your body back and forth, holding that stretch. You'll feel it get a little bit harder, a little bit easier as you go back and forth. Okay, we are now going to go back on the ground with our back. So we're laying down. What we're going to do, we're going to bring our legs up. You're gonna hold your knees. And we're just gonna rest there for a little bit, holding your knees with your feet off the ground. Deep breaths in and out. So we're going to now hold just one knee and slowly let the other leg go back to the ground, but still holding on the one side. And just hold it. We're going to lower that leg. And now we're going to bring them both back up. Hold the other knee. And lower the leg that you were holding previously. So we're holding the opposite leg now. We're gonna release that leg down too. So we're just gonna be laying on the ground. Now what we're going to do is we're gonna bend one leg again. So one leg is straight, one leg knee up. And we're just gonna hold that position. We'll bring the other leg up, straighten the leg that was up previously, and hold that position there. So one leg nice and straight, and the other leg is bent. And we'll release that side too. We will now sit up. We're going to just spread our legs out to the side. Spread your legs as wide as you can until you feel a stretch in your inner legs. And we're just gonna hold that spot. Just put your hands between your legs and just rest there. Okay, we will now take our hands and we're just gonna go on the outside of one leg. And we're just gonna hold that spot. So legs are still straight. We're just rotating the upper body. And then now we will go to the other side. and then come back forwards. Okay, we are almost done. We are gonna go on our knees again. We're going to let our body just sink back. So we're sitting on top of our legs. The more back you go, the deeper stretch you're gonna feel around your ankles. So if it feels too hard, you can lean forward a bit. And we're just gonna hold this position. You can rest your hands on the ground, on top of your legs, whatever you feel best. Okay, last thing we're going to do, we're now going to put our hands on the ground with our fingers towards our body. And we're going to feel a nice stretch through our wrists. So the more you lean back, the deeper the stretch. The more you lean forward, less stretch you feel. So play around what feels comfortable. And just hold whatever feels good. And we are done. So that is it for today. We can now do any questions or anything like that. But hopefully you all feel a little bit looser now. Maybe not as sore if you were feeling sore. Do we have any questions?